Yo guys, it's Shadow here. Welcome to this a bit more special episode of Space Engineers, because today it's, well, I don't want to say major update, minor update, but also new DLC. So we're gonna take a look at these things, what the DLC includes, what the update includes, and what I think about it. So the update is really small. Small. It's cool, don't get me wrong. Basically, it adds a new scenario. I haven't really checked that out yet, but supposedly it's very good. And it does this. You can now use ladders on small blocks. That is one of the things. So they work as ladders do, as you know them. And now you can fit them on your small ships, on your rovers. I think that's a cool thing. Then it adds more consumables. Well, kinda. They're basically health packs, but they come in the form of Clan Cola and Cosmic Coffee. Why? Does that make any sense? Well, you will see when we look at the decoration pack, because, they're kinda intertwined. I don't know if you can find these in the wild, so to speak, but yeah, look at that. Clan Cola. Let me also look at the other one, a little bit closer there. Cosmic Coffee. Oh yeah. Nice little flavor, quite literally, added to the game. Also, what comes with, before looking at the other stuff, what comes with this for free is 2 more armor skins, which are found right here, Battered and Rusty. Also, there's now a cow moo flag armor. Not sure what that is about. It wasn't really mentioned as far as I know, so But yeah, this is the Battered Armor, so this is basically supposed to be still armor that is in good condition, but it has taken a bit of a beating and looks a little bit, yeah, battered. It's the best word for it. Let me actually just in contrast to so there's clean armor. If we use no armor, let's just look at the contrast of that. You can see if you have no armor skin, they don't look perfect, but they do not look as beat up as these do. So there is a difference. And then the rusty armor, they really look jacked up, and I like that a lot. They look great. Especially for like scenario designers, this will be excellent. Make an old ruined space station. This is perfect for that. So yeah, that is what comes with the update for free for everybody to enjoy. Yeah, obviously a lot of bug fixes, and also there was something with Xbox controllers now being usable on the PC version, I think. If you fancy that, why not? Now, the decoration pack. I love it, but there's one controversial thing, I would say, in this pack, and 1 or 2 things I do not like as much, or could be better. But yeah, we're gonna look at it one at a time. Now, you will see the decoration pack 2 items. They have their own category here. They're denoted by this little symbol here. And there's a bunch of it, of course. Gonna look at it one at a time. So, first, there's the dispenser. Now, that's why the Clan Cola and the Cosmic Coffee is there. Actually, I need to go get some credits. Hold on. Oh, wait, I can spawn my own credits. I don't need to get them. Hold on. How do I do that? There we go. I think they're called space credits. Yes, there we go. Let's spawn let's spawn 10,000 space credits. Boom, there we go. So, what this thing does, well, apart from looking very cool in a cantina or something, this actually has a usable interface here, so you can change between Clan Cola and Cosmic Coffee. Maybe in the future there will be more, who knows? And then you can purchase. Oh, I have insufficient funds. Do I have to add them to my bank account? Is that how that works? Deposit. There we go. Now we should be able to buy. Click. And then it just drops out the bottom there. Thank you for purchase. That's kind of neat, Wait, where did that one go? That one launched somewhere? What the? Yeah, it looks like it's launching out of there. What is going on? Whoa! Where are these things landing? So yeah, this is basically like right after the update hit. Like maybe 20 minutes, half an hour after the updates that I'm looking at this. So there might still be bugs. That's pretty hilarious. They get fired out. I think they're gathering somewhere here in the grass. Probably. I cannot even find them. Is that just with the colas or is that now with the coffee too? No, the coffee comes out okay. It seems the cola is the problem. Okay. Fire! Yeah, they're disappearing somewhere over there. Alright, anyway, I think it's a cool block, but maybe it needs some work. But yeah, looks pretty nice. Now, next is Jukebox. Now what this is basically a music block with a workable interface. So what you do is you add your music to the selected sounds and then you can just play music. Now that does overlap with the music that is playing in the background. Let me stop that. Next up, let me actually place this a bit more out in the open so we can look at it a bit better. This is the lab equipment block. Now this, as with a lot of these blocks in this pack, doesn't do anything, but it looks kind of cool. You know, if you ever wanted a science lab on your ship, that's exactly the block you want to place there. Now with most of these displays, you can kind of, you know, get some text on there, you can get a script on there, you know, like, I don't know, a digital clock, whatever you fancy. You can get some scientific gibberish on there, you know, it's nice. Next up, showers, yay, because must get kind of stinky in one of these spacesuits after a while, right? So, yeah, showers. Now, I kind of wish that you could open that door and actually stand in the shower. That would be kind of cool, but, you know, maybe that's a bit too much to ask for. But yeah, nice little addition to the already available toilets and stuff. Now, these ones, I love these. When I saw these in the teaser images, I was already hyped as hell. And they're amazing. There are window walls. Now, they are singular blocks, so this is not a complete 3-block model. They come in these singular blocks. So there's the single block, and then there's the left and right wall. Now you ask yourself, why is there a left and right wall? Can I not just turn them like that? Yeah, of course you can, but then that's going to be upside down. That's the only, like, negative thing. So that's why you use the right wall. There we go. But yeah, you can make these as long as you want. You can just use parts of it. I mean, I think you can use these very creatively. I'll very, very look forward to seeing people using these in creative manners. Next, we have this thing. This is, I think it's called the medical station. It is actually not a medical station. It's a decorative block. It doesn't do anything, but it looks kind of cool. It looks like one of these scanners that they have in hospitals. What are these called? MRI scanners? I'm not even sure how they're called. But yeah, you know, one of the things that they use an alien to scan for the alien embryo inside the human. I forget who it was. But yeah, looks like that. Pretty cool. Again, with a few displays that can be customized. Nice. Next up, transparent LCD screens. Also very, very cool idea. Now, I have a bit of a gripe with those because, for one, if you add a script to it, it's not really transparent, although you can see that text through it, which is odd. Oh, hold on, the sun is going down. Stop, sun! Cannot go down. There we go. But yeah, another thing that I would like to see is, the problem right now is that if you wanna, you know, there's only like one orientation. So if I want to have a screen facing this direction, it is gonna be flipped, the text. And I don't think I can change that as far as I know. I believe. Unless there's like a text flip, but I don't think there is. Which would be maybe a cool option to add, generally, to LCD screens. But yeah. Also, you can change the background color of these as well. Wait, that's the text color. There we go. So if you leave it on black, it's going to be perfectly transparent. If you change background colors, the more you add, the less transparent it's going to be. So if you want to have a red transparent screen, just add a tiny bit of red. The more you're adding, the less transparent it's getting. Which makes kind of sense. So, yeah, that's how it works. Okay, the next thing I'm really excited about are these new catwalks. These are like grated catwalks with slick railings on them. Lovely. Absolutely lovely, these things. I think they're great. They look fantastic. And yeah, you can use them for so many things. I mean, you can use them kind of for... to have like very thin grated walls. I mean, that looks fantastic as well, doesn't it? You know, or... I often use catwalks to kind of plate over something that's supposed to be hidden. With graded catwalks, you can still kind of see through, and it's gonna look even better. You know what I mean? So, for example, let's say you have a ship, and then you have like an exposed bit right here. So now what you can do is you can do this. That looks fantastic, doesn't it? You can still see the component behind it, but it is physically closed off. So, yeah, absolutely love these catwalks. And then, now for the next part, I need to actually make it dark. Yoo-hoo-hoo, Sirens! Well, they're called rotating lights. That's what they are. But yes, I also saw these in the preview images and the preview movies, and oh my god, they're amazing. I love them. I love them so much. You could do Sirens beforehand, you know, but with these you can do even crazier things now. They look even better than, you know, with the blink intervals, because they go around. And of course, oh god, look at it. So if we go to the rotating lights, you can of course screw with the color. We can totally make a little disco right here. Right. There we go. Everything else is here as you would imagine. So there is a radius, the intensity. You can have offsets. You can also have blink intervals, which make them even more like strobe-y, you know what I mean? Really cool. Now, what you cannot do, what I kind of would like, is the rotation interval. How fast they're rotating. That would be a nice thing to be able to set, but maybe that's a bit too complicated. I don't know. I guess you can also just mount these on a rotor and then make it... Again, with a lot of these blocks, I really look forward to seeing how the community uses them in creative ways. Okay, let's make daytime again. Now, the next set of blocks I also love. Railings. Yes, they're basically the same railings that are on these, the catwalks. But you can put them on any old block. Well, provided there is space, obviously. So they just go... as every Space Engineers block, basically, they occupy the whole grid, right? Now, these look much better than the walls that we had before, and they go in diagonal blocks too. That was one of the major gripes I had with using things like, I think they were called, well, they're still in the game now. I'm sounding like they're not in the game anymore, but yeah, they are. The walls, you know? For one, they didn't really connect up that well, you know? And two, they couldn't go diagonal. Now, these connect up quite nicely, and the diagonal rails really open up a lot more decoration options. So, yes, absolutely fan of those. Now, I'm also a big fan of these, but I have a bit of a criticism for them. So, just bear that in mind. Now, these are, I think they're called graded stairs? Yes, graded stairs and graded half stairs. That's a new concept. For one, I love them because they're a one block stair. That's what I wanted since a long, long time. Just a stair that goes up one block and not more. That seriously, I've been looking for that so long because I didn't like to put on the slopes because that just looks lazy. So these are really nice for these, you know, like little access ramps and stuff like that. But you don't just want to put down a slope. You want to use a proper stair. So these are amazing for that. And then there's the smaller ones that only occupy, well, physically only occupy half of the block. So these are for really small access ways and stuff like that. Lovely. But there's a few criticisms. Well, criticisms. There's just this fact that this clips into each other because actually that railing extends to above the block, which is kind of interesting. And two, which is generally a problem with space engineers with a lot of blocks, windows as well, you cannot just chain these. So you cannot just put, as you would logically do, another block to this. It needs to be connected to another block. So either what you have to do is you have to kind of, you know, have the block where it's connected to, like so. Oh, let me rotate this. Like that. Then you can make a staircase that is too long, or you have to place blocks under it, which for me kind of defeats the purpose of having these nice graded stairs. You know what I mean? You know, maybe they're just not made for these giant long staircases that I have in mind, but you know, again, this is the same problem with window blocks too. The sloped window blocks, you cannot just chain them. You have to have support for them. But yeah. Okay, now let's go over here. These things. Now, I love them, but I'm also a bit disappointed by them. Now, these are freighter cargo blocks. I think they have the same inventory size, at least this one, as a small cargo container. A small grid cargo container, that is, I believe. So if we place one of these, should have the same space, I believe. Oh no, not even close. Hold on. No, okay, so I was kind of off there. So these, they have 1,000 liters. They logically 2,000, and these 3,000. Now they look great. I love them. If you have like maybe you design some sort of a landing pad, you know, where a lot of ships land, and you put some of these, scatter them around. They look really cool, and you can kind of combine them. So for example, here I have combined all three of them, the 1, the 2, and the triple, to make like a neat little stack. So you can really combine them in various different ways to make them look interesting. Now, they're not what a lot of people expected them to be. A lot of people expected them to be like blocks that you just place out in the world, like as if you would place one of these, just like that. They expected that, I think. And some even said, oh yeah, look, they have something like carry handles, so maybe you can actually carry them around, you know, with you. No, they're just decorative small cargo containers, basically. And the funny thing is, if you actually place them like that, yeah, that happens. Because they occupy a whole block, obviously, but since they're only on one side of that grid, they the balance is completely screwed. So don't place them like that. They're not meant for that. So yeah, maybe a bit disappointed with those. They could be better, but you know. And then I think the most controversial part of the decorative pack, in my opinion, and what I've seen in the stream, in the anniversary stream, a lot of people have complained about it, is this thing. This is a small grid seat, cockpit seat. So basically, this is the small grid version of the flight seat, which you can see it's not placeable on the small grid. So this is its own block. So it's not a variant of the seats. It is its own block. This cannot be placed on large grid. It's only available on small grids. Now, a lot of people have been quite angry about this because this is a very, very, very cool functional block that a lot of people would have loved to see in the free update. Because a lot of small ships that I personally design don't really merit a cockpit. because it's just, you know, it's just like a small little, maybe like a little tractor or something, just to fool around. And a seat is perfect for that. I often use the Azimuth, I think it's called, Azimuth Modpack's cockpit seats for small vehicles like that. And this is basically what that is. And it looks pretty cool, you know, you have the two joysticks, you have the computer, and yeah, a lot of people are angry about that this is not in the free update, and I would personally love to see it in the free update, or at least a subversion of this that is placeable on a small grid. You know, make the nice looking one DLC, okay, but this gives you kind of, again, like with the DLC cockpit that was added before, gives you kind of like, not an advantage, but it gives you a constructive opportunity that normal players don't get. And I'm not talking about decorative constructive. This is a lot different from that, in my opinion. But hey. But yeah, overall, what a massive pack. I love it. Really, despite the few gripes that I have with it, I still think this is one of the more worthwhile packs. I mean, look at the amount of stuff you get. And lots of it really, really looks nice. There's, again, a few things that seem at least buggy. Oh, wait. Let me actually try to shoot a cola out now. It should probably go into the... Hold on. It's still go. Let me try and capture one of those. Because for some reason, they just don't want to stay here. Okay, let me build a little catch here. Somehow the cola does want to escape. There we go. Maybe we can use these as a weapon, as a lot of blocks. Jesus, what is going on? Where did that go? I think it's still bouncing around somewhere. What? Yeah, something is going wrong with this. Maybe they need to take a look into that as well. Okay, let me try again. Yeah, I think they are so fast they're like phasing through this and are now trapped in this. Oh yeah, look at that! They phased through and are now here. What in the hell? Something is wrong with that machine. Oh, does that actually hurt if you stand in front of it? No. Okay, not too bad. But yeah, all in all, again, I love that decorative pack. I do like the things that you get for the upgrade, especially these two, for the update, these two armor skins. Wonderful. Small grade ladders, great. I mean, the variation on the health kits doesn't really do much right now, but it's kind of cool. And the decorative stuff is amazing, in my opinion. Again, a few controversial things, a few things that don't work like I would love them to. But overall, it's still amazing. I think it's $4 or $3.99 or something like that. It was 4 Swiss francs for me. For me, that's worth it. Again, I'd still love to see a small grid flight seat from them. That is not DLC, but you never know. But yeah, guys. Oh yeah, just in case if you have problems with the armor skins, I had to, after I installed the DLC, I had to start the game once, then close it again, and then the after the next start, the armor skins popped up in my Steam inventory. So if you have trouble with that, just try to restart the game once, and it should pop up for you. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Next week we're gonna continue with the normal space engineer stuff. Until then, have a nice time. Take care.